Thanksgiving is just around the corner, and like a lot of people today, my body can no longer tolerate gluten. But there is no way that I'm going to miss out on the best, yummiest holiday of them all. Today I'm going to show you how to make a gluten-free, low-glycemic, salted caramel pumpkin cheesecake. Decadent and healthy. What more could you ask for? Hi, I'm Kim Castle, and this is kimTV, the place to be to get more tingle out of life. A shout out to all my new subscribers in the last couple months since I first launched kimTV. I wouldn't be here without you, so keep it coming, keep sharing me with your friends, and just thank you for being here. After years of thinking that I could get by on a pill or a bar or a shake, I've accepted food into my life, but not just any food. I'm a born-again foodie. When I was a little girl, my favorite food of all foods was cheesecake. Now, mind you, that's not saying a whole lot because I didn't eat a whole lot. I mostly just ate cheesecake. But now that I'm older and I've become a born-again foodie, I don't just have one favorite food, I have lots of them. But cheesecake is still up there at the top. And today, it's hard for me to eat cheesecake because it's hard for me to eat anything gluten. And of course, cheesecake in the crust, there is gluten. In fact, a lot of people today can't eat gluten. There's some kind of something in the way that gluten is made, wheat is made, that actually is affecting a lot of people's body. So today, I don't want you to miss out on Thanksgiving this year. I want you to be able to serve incredible treats and desserts. So we're going to make a gluten-free, low-glycemic, salted caramel pumpkin cheesecake.
Get the full recipe and other goodies at kimcastle.com.
So what you'll need, blanched almond meal. You'll need some ground, either slivered almonds. I just actually ground up some myself. You need some erythritol or some kind of sweetener. I'm doing this as low sugar as possible, so you could use sugar if you want, or a sugar substitute like as I talk about coconut nectar or yakan syrup or something. You don't need a lot of it for the crust. You need some baking soda. You need some ground cinnamon and melted butter. So that's what we're going to get started with for the crust. For the filling, you need cream cheese, sour cream, pumpkin filling. Now you don't want pumpkin pie filling because pumpkin pie filling has seasoning and sugar already put in it. So just plain puree. This is organic pumpkin. You need eggs, salt. I like to use a high mineral count salt, so you're getting some value out of it. This is a pink Himalayan salt. Vanilla, you can either use cinnamon, cloves, nutmeg, and do your own mixture, or you can just go for pumpkin spice. This is what Starbucks uses when they make their pumpkin spice latte. And you need more erythritol. And I made some homemade salted caramel, and I'll show you how to make that in another video. All you do is you combine the dry ingredients, the almond meal, the almonds, the erythritol, not the big amount, but the smaller amount of erythritol, baking soda, your ground cinnamon, and your melted butter. Believe it or not, that makes a gluten-free crust. And you whisk it together until it's all moist. So simple. Now, some of the other kind of crusts, like a crust for an apple pie or a key lime pie, a little more difficult, but I'll show you how to do that in another video. It looks like you want it to be crumbly, but all mixed together. Then what you do is you take a spring-form pan, which means it has this kind of handy-duty little latch on it so that the sides come off. And just put it into the pan. I know, impressive, right? But you do want to make sure that it's even because this does form the basis of your cheesecake. And you want to put it in a preheated oven at 350, and it cooks for 10 minutes. While that's cooking, you want to make your filling. Cream cheese, sour cream. So this is not non-dairy. How could cheesecake be non-dairy? I guess I could do a vegan cheesecake. Let me know in the comments below if you'd like me to try to figure out how to do a vegan cheesecake and make it taste good. You take your pumpkin puree, and again, you want to make sure that it's not pumpkin pie mix. And it's very easy because usually they put them next to each other. It's easy to get that confused and pick up the wrong stuff. Now, if you were to look at that and think, okay, cream cheese, pumpkin, and sour cream, you go, ugh, not so yummy. But trust me, this becomes very, very yummy. You do your erythritol. You can make this recipe with sugar. And if you want to do that and you just want to have a gluten-free cheesecake, that's fine. I personally like to stay as low calorie as possible, and it's particularly staying away from the glycemic spike. Their studies are finding that that's really the most damaging on your body. We've got the eggs, spices, vanilla, and salt. So easy. And you want to cream it together until it's all thoroughly mixed. And that's all you do to do the filling. I never thought that I had the capacity to actually make things delicious. When you have all the ingredients, it's so much easier. And that you just allow yourself to be creative, not worried about the outcome. You're more focused on the creation and the moments in between. While we're waiting for the crust, you do what I like to call a kitchen dance. You got the crust? I don't want to touch it because it's hot. I made a salted caramel. Now this is why this dessert is not completely sugar-free. If you can omit this part and make it completely sugar-free, if you do use erythritol or some other substitute like that. However, this is the what makes it decadent. Salted caramel. I made this with coconut sugar, which does have calories. Has a little bit of a spike, low glycemic, but it does have a little spike, but it doesn't have the same reaction on your body as sugar. And I with butter and cream and, of course, salt. What you do is you just pour a layer of this on the bottom. Then you pour in your pie filling or cake filling. The crust was baking at 350. You want to lower it, bake it at 325. You can put a pan of water on the bottom shelf. Just have that there to catch any drips, because sometimes the caramel will drip through the springform pan. But this just keeps moisture in the oven so that it doesn't dry out. And you want to make sure that's in the middle of the oven. After your cheesecake's cooked for about an hour, hour and 20, and it's cooled at room temperature, then you put it in the refrigerator for about 30 minutes. You want it chilled before you serve it. Have something beautiful like this. And you can see the caramel has worked itself up the side of the cheesecake. Now we cut into it. And if you really want to impress folks, you can make homemade whipped cream like I have here. I made it with whipping cream, a little vanilla, some erythritol, and some cinnamon. Top it a little bit. And there you have it. You have a gluten-free, low glycemic, salted caramel pumpkin cheesecake. Oh my God, that is so good. Only you need to know that it's healthy. All of the sin, none of the guilt. Gluten-free is not a death sentence, it's a life sentence. And that's how I see things. What about you? Do you have a favorite recipe that you'd like to see me make healthy, gluten-free, sugar-free, kimplify? Let me know in the comments below. And if you make this, let me know people's reactions, especially when you tell them it's good for them. And if you like this video, you like this recipe, you like anything I share on kimTV, give me a thumbs up and like it. It means the world to me. You can also let me know if you don't like it in the comments below. And if you want to stay on top of every time I share a new video, subscribe. It means the world to me. I promise I'll be your best friend. And that's this episode of kimTV. Thank you so much for watching. Until next time, remember, wherever you go, whatever you do, I see you. Wipe the drool off your face and go make this for yourself. I can't remember what I was going to say because it's so yummy. I'm like getting lost in just how delicious this is. So let me look at what the heck I'm supposed to say. Oh my God, that is so good.